Hi, beautiful day. I had a dream this morning, right before I woke up. I was dreaming about all the moments, all the like. It was like a message. The universe gives me messages all the time, but this one was squeezing the lemons, and I squeeze my lemons every day because I make lemon water, honey lemon water every day. That's what I drink, and it's like a weekend version of lemonade, I guess. But anyway, so I go through 4 lemons a day, and when I squeeze those lemons, I don't squeeze all of it out all at once. I do most of it, but I kind of do, but then I save them for like later in the day, like for my evening meal where I'm going to have potatoes, and so I will save those the squeezed lemons. I'll save them, and then I will squeeze out what's left inside, like squeeze it even more to see if more juice comes out, and it usually does. And so I'll put that on top of my potatoes for dinner, and yeah, so I'm using as much of the lemon as I possibly can. And like that was the image I was getting, was like squeezing the lemons, like squeezing all the juice out of the lemons, and in connection with all the moments that we experience, like being present in the moment, and how to experience a moment in its fullest. And that was the message I was getting, is to squeeze all of the juice, squeeze everything out of the moment, everything you can get out of the moment, squeeze it out, and squeeze out all the joy, just get every drop, and don't, another message I got, which was not during the dream, but later on, as I was sitting here eating my watermelon. The watermelon was shaped like a squirrel, and I was like, oh, and I knew that message was, because I was trying to practice being in that moment of eating my watermelon, and like fully experiencing what it is, when I focused on just not doing anything else but just eating the watermelon, like I could taste better than I usually do. I could smell it, I could taste it, like all of my senses were involved, and like it was such a sweet experience. And then that cute little piece of watermelon that looked like a squirrel was the universe was telling me, like, I got the message right away. The message was, don't be a squirrel, don't get distracted, in the moment that you're in, that you're trying to experience to its fullest. Don't get distracted by anything else. Don't go squirrel, don't do that. Like, really focus, be in the moment. And that's how we can experience each moment, if we let ourselves. So multitasking, I know that that has been something that we have heralded, we have accepted as, yeah, let's get as much done as we possibly can, all at once, multitask, let's do this and that and all this other stuff all at the same time. And I think the universe doesn't want us to do it that way, because we miss out on the beauty and the joy in the moment that we're in, because our attention is divided among too many things all at the same time, and we are not excuse me, we are not able to focus on what's right in front of us and to experience that magic of the moment that we're in to its fullest. And it's a gift. It really is a gift. Like when I was eating my watermelon and I was looking inside, I was eating it out of, I'm going to show you, I was eating it out of the big watermelon, right? Okay. And it's cold from being in the fridge, but sitting there eating, trying to like push aside thoughts and other things and other, everything around me that is possibly a distraction, and just focusing on that watermelon and the flavor and the texture, and just getting all my senses involved. And I wasn't efforting to do this. This was just like, when you remove the distractions from the moment you're in, you're not efforting, your focus is not a huge effort, because removing the distractions leaves you with the essence of the moment, and you're able to just be in the moment and experience what it is that, like, if my watermelon had a, let's say my watermelon had a let's say it had sentience, okay? Let's just say that it does, okay? And that it wants me, my watermelon wants me to experience its fullness, and it's trying to give me a gift. It's wanting me to experience the gift in the way that it was offering to me. Like the watermelon is making an offering. It's offering itself. It's offering, it literally is offering itself, because I'm eating it. And it wants me to experience the fullness of the offering, of the gift. It doesn't want me to be distracted by anything else, because then I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss the full gift that it had prepared for me. And you can apply this to anything in your life. And I'm not saying that you should never multitask. I think that we can still multitask, but I think we too often make that the standard practice of multitasking, and then we don't get to experience the juicy drops of every little aspect of the moment, because it's all, there's too much of we've spread our attention. We've spread our attention out. We've spread it out, and so we lose the focus, and everything becomes I'll let that go by. Everything becomes very blurry. You don't get the crisp 2020 vision, or I don't know, of the moment. You don't get the surround sound, the everything experience, the ultimate experience of the moment. You don't get that if you're multitasking, and it's okay to do that, but I think we need to have more moments where we are fully engaged in the moment, in the present moment. That's where most of the magic in life is held. And even in the mundane things that can seem monotonous, there is so much magic in each of those moments if we allow ourselves to go on little joy hunts. And I say joy hunt, but it's almost like you don't even have to hunt for it when you just allow everything to be what it is, and to allow yourself to let all the other things around the moment dissipate and just dissolve and go away. And then that little treasure, that little piece of joy, it's like it just shows up. Like you just notice it, because it's like it's staring you in the face, and you can now see it, and maybe you weren't able to see it before because your glasses, the eyes that you were looking through, the vision that you were using was cloudy because you were distracted and you were not fully invested in the moment. So, okay, and the other thing I got from my dream, this was I had it was a rainbow, and the rainbow, the elusive pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that idea of chasing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and it's been, I don't know, I heard recently somebody say that, and I've heard it before, I think, butterfly just flew by, it's so pretty. I've heard recently, and I've heard many times before, people talking about the pot at the end of the rainbow, and there's even like a song, I think it's a Chopin, not song, but like a Chopin piece, classical piano piece that my husband plays, and it's called Always Chasing Rainbows. That's like another name for it. But I was just thinking about that, and some people do feel like they're always chasing rainbows and they never get to their pot of gold, because maybe it has a lot to do with, like I was just saying, the present moment of maybe the rainbow, maybe that rainbow is representative, in all the different frequency of colors of the rainbow, representing all the aspects of the moment, each moment that we're in. And the pot of gold, maybe that's the gift, right? The gift that we find at the end of the rainbow by maybe not chasing the rainbow, but being able to see the rainbow with not literally with our physical eyes, but with our internal knowing, and just feeling and knowing that pot of gold is at the end of the rainbow. And yeah, so I think that there is the treasure to be found in the rainbow. And I don't think we have to chase the rainbow. I think that the rainbow can come to us, and that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow can come to us. We don't have to chase it. And I think that the more moments that we spend experiencing in its fullness, the more light that we are able to perceive. And in that light, we have more clear vision, and because we see more light and we see more of what maybe we weren't able to see before, all those gifts get unlocked, like in a video game. They get unlocked, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, all this stuff's pouring out, like your pot of gold is overflowing. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. Maybe it's a little bit maybe it's a little out there, but yeah, try to practice more of the focusing and squeezing the juice and the joy out of every moment. See how that feels to you. I've been trying to do this for years, so but I think I'm getting better at it. I'm trying to. Anyway. And that's the thing, like I'm learning, is that there comes a point where it's not efforting anymore, and it's just, that's naturally who we are. So, all right, well, hope you have a great day. Bye.